Hi there, it's Pablo Galvez with eXp Realty. I received a call a little while ago from an agent within our organization. We'll call him Adam. This isn't new. I field calls like this all the time. He received an offer from one of his listings and he wanted to know my opinion on if he should call the other agents who showed the home and let them know that they would present offers on the upcoming Sunday. Now, this is somewhat common, especially in a hot seller's market. So I asked him how long the property had been on the market, to which he responded it had been on the market 30 days. This is important information because if the home has only been on the market a couple of days, then my answer could be very different. My advice was to notify the agents who had shown the property and let them know that you have received an offer and ask them if there was any interest in the property from their clients. If you put out a notice that all offers will be presented on Sunday, you could end up with only the one offer, or embarrassingly, you may actually put off the buyer who made the initial offer and end up with no offers. I advise that you always deal with what you have, not what you might have. In most scenarios, you deal with the offer you have in front of you, because if you delay until Sunday, you could lose this offer and have none. This leads me to another point. Buyers make emotional decisions. The buyer may have decided to make this offer, but is not 100% committed. So if there's a delay in responding, or if the seller drags out the negotiation, the buyer may take it as a sign that this property wasn't meant to be. Always negotiate swiftly. We know the old saying, strike when the iron is hot. By delaying the negotiation, you increase the risk of the deal falling apart. I've never, ever seen a deal fall apart because the seller responded too quickly. So Adam decided to advise his client to deal with the offer. However, the offer came in very low and he wanted to know if his client should just reject the offer or make another offer. I asked, what is the listing price and what was the offer? The list price was $530,000 and the offer was $500,000. The seller had had the home listed higher before at $549,000 and received an offer of $530,000 at that time, but turned it down at the time. So now they feel like, well, there's a buyer out there who's willing to pay $530,000, so we'll just wait for the right offer. Have you ever dealt with something like this? I know I have many, many times. Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. It's the classic scenario of a bird in hand or two in the bush. Should you work with what you have or wait for something better? What they had, they no longer have, so it's no longer in existence and shouldn't be relied on. Additionally, we don't know if that first offer that was $530,000 would have even closed, so it really doesn't exist. And all we have is what's in front of us, and that is what you need to focus on. So if you made an offer of $500,000 on a home that was listed for $530,000 and the seller rejected your offer, would you be happy or upset? Would you feel comfortable proceeding with the response or perhaps intimidated and concerned about proceeding? A rejection is a firm stance and can be mistaken by the buyers as saying, we don't want to work with you at all. So I advise always on proceeding with a counter offer, even if it's closer to the asking price. So in this case, perhaps you counter offer with $525,000 and see what the buyers say. I often use an analogy when negotiating that it's a lot like fishing. If you cast a line and hook a fish, then you aggressively tug on that line too hard, you risk breaking the line and losing the fish. If you gently pull that fish bit by bit, you're more than likely to bag the big one. So when negotiating, a rejection is like an aggressive tug on the line. I recommend making movements towards your intended goal, even if they're smaller movements. So Adam got the deal done and he learned a lot from that experience. There's so many nuances in real estate negotiating, and having the backing of an experienced agent who's been through hundreds of negotiations can be a very valuable asset. Going through a tough negotiation or a challenge yourself? Shoot me a text, let's talk. I'm looking to add agents to our organization that appreciate having someone that they can reach out to on tough deals. My number is 403-991-9192, and I look forward to helping you in any way that I can. Talk to you on the next one.